Hey, we started a podcast. Yeah, Philly G, because they know who I be.
The King of Kings.
I'm back.
What it do, people?
Hey, what's up? It's John Kizzy. You know who is he, aka Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with DJ Laton,
I'm back.
Ray,
What it do, people?
and extra special guest, Mayaya.
Hello.
And hey, we started a podcast. We're here with episode 129, unless I forgot that I 129, right?
129.
Okay, we're here with episode 129. I know we just talked about it and I forgot about it. As you can see, I don't got my blue binder in front of me as usual. So no notes, just off the top of the head. So for say, hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello. Hi, guys.
All right.
What's up?
And where do you think we should start? You're the,
Let's start from the beginning, man. Like, tell us a little bit about you, like where you come from, and like what that musical influence is for you.
Okay. Wow, that's a great question. My name's Mayaya. I'm an artist from Halifax, Nova Scotia, but I honestly come from under a rock because I just went to school and home my entire life. So that's probably why you guys don't know me. Yeah, musical influence. I just liked making up songs since I was a kid. So it was like anything in the back of a school bus, I would just be trying to use to entertain myself. So that's pretty much where all that came from. Yeah.
Nice. So you said you grew up in the city here, or?
Well, I was in Dartmouth.
Yeah.
And I went to École Bois-Joli and École du Carrefour. So I went to the French schools.
immersion? Okay.
Yeah, not even French immersion.
Oh, straight French?
Full French.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And it was pretty isolated in a sense. So yeah, that was pretty much where I was at. Yeah.
So do you mainly do music in English, or do you do mainly music in French, or do you mix both?
I mix both.
Oh, okay.
Most of my songs are in English just because I'm in an English community. French was my first language, but it disappeared pretty quickly growing up here. I am, however, making an EP in French right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be all in French, but most of my songs are English.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, where can people kind of see you at, hear from your music? Like, where can they find your music at and stuff?
I'm on everything. So like YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. The hidden songs, maybe some embarrassing ones, are probably on SoundCloud, but I'm probably going to delete those embarrassing ones soon just because I just now said it. But yes.
And so how long have you been kind of recording music for, like, professionally? Like, when did that journey start for you?
So what happened was it all started pretty much like my dad's in the military. So we got sent to live in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay.
And he ended up getting an iMac like back in 2010, and he just didn't do anything with it. So I started using it, and I would play with all the apps on the iMac. So I would be messing around on iMovie a lot, and GarageBand was where I ended up playing and making my first beats.
Oh, okay.
I was probably like 12, 13 years old. And then I just started writing poems. And it was only once I left high school, like I started having a bunch of songs I just started making. And it was all to myself. I wasn't thinking about like professionally going after music at all. But eventually I just started making so many songs, and I would post them kind of anonymously on the web.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a friend of mine found it, and he was like, we need to get this out there. So that was 2 years ago, and I started performing because he pushed me. And then next thing you know, I'm kind of doing this as a career now, which is kind of mind-blowing. Yeah.
So walk us through, what was that first performance like for you? Like,
horrifying. I was so scared. Oh my gosh. It was at Gus's Pub, which is like the best place to start, I find, because it's just anyone that's a fan of music and has an open heart, they go to Gus's Pub, and it's the best place to meet people. So I started there, and I met my vocal coach like way ahead of time
Yeah.
to kind of prep myself. So Janice Jackson is her name. She's really, really good. And she kind of got me out of my shell because I was horrified. When I was in high school, I was in a musical.
Okay.
And there were these like kind of snooty popular girls that if you tried to sing when they sang, or if anyone else was a singer, you would kind of get picked on.
Jeez, this is Mean Girls.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I didn't know how to sing at the time, and they were talking about it with everyone, and I felt so afraid to sing ever since. So imagine me performing my songs, and like now it's like, you know, I've done the Harborfront, I've done festivals and all that stuff. So yeah, crazy change.
Was that at the French school?
That was it, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not saying anything else, but oh my gosh, those girls traumatized me.
Oh my
Damn.
God.
Yeah, but you know what? Do what you want to do. That's what I'll tell you.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's you have to. Don't let nobody stop you.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, if someone was to hear your music, or if someone was to ask you the question, I guess like I'm gonna ask it to you now. How would you define your genre of music? Or how would you define your sound?
Okay.
Should I say?
I really want to hear this answer.
It's interesting because there's a bunch of different genres at play with my music because I'm a moody person. I like to express myself whatever that vibe is, and it's very video game influenced. I find when I make my beats, I kind of I think about like these dreamy worlds in my head, but I'm not the best person to describe the music. It's actually other people that have described my music to me. So I'm going to quote some people. Some people said it's like mystic rap, which is very interesting. But one of the best descriptions I've had was it's like Disney on hip hop is what my music sounds like. They think it's like a melodic, like almost like a Disney song, but then it breaks down into rap and hip hop.
I could see that.
Yeah. So like that's the closest I can kind of describe it, but I haven't necessarily found like, I'm trying to find artists that I can kind of say I sound like them, and I'm very much struggling to find that.
Oh, that's one thing I noticed. You got your own sound. It's like no one to really compare you to. You got your own lane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was interesting to hear what you said to this question too, because I was like, yeah, I don't know where I'd put it.
Yeah, me either.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Which is dope.
When I do applications, it's interesting, right? Because they always look for those references of what's your music? Is it pop or is it R&B or is it this, that? And I don't know what to say. I just say it's an alchemical blend.
Yeah.
It's alchemy. I don't know. Yeah.
So out of the different venues that you've kind of performed in, what would you say is your favorite to perform in? Is it like a bigger venue, a more intimate venue? Like, what would you say is your ideal venue to perform in?
Okay. My ideal venue to perform in is definitely more intimate. I like the dim lighting. You know, I like to be able not to be too far away from my audience. So like one of my favorite places I've actually ever performed at was, do you guys know the Good Robot?
Oh
Yeah. Okay. So like the back rooms they have up there.
Upstairs, yeah.
Yeah. That was probably one of my favorite places to perform at. Just has a very chill kind of loungy vibes to it.
Yeah.
And with my more like relaxing kind of beats, I like to do stuff like that. So I really like those type of venues. Yeah. Seahorse is also like every time I go to the Seahorse, I'm loving that place. Yeah.
Seahorse has a very good sound too.
That's what I mean. And it's hard to find somewhere in the city that can cater to hip hop beats. I find we're very much a folk oriented city. So it's kind of hard to find a place that like there's good sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really underrated. Like no one talks about it enough. Like their system is like, I don't know who does it, but it's
beautiful.
It's in tune.
And their sound team is like amazing. Big fan. Yeah.
Definitely. You looking at me for a question?
This guy, Mr. Off the Cuff.
I know. I was supposed to write them down, but she already answered because I was going to ask where she was from and stuff like that. She already answered that. What are some of your favorite artists?
So this question, I used to always fake my answer because the artists I like, nobody knows about.
Oh, so it's all right. Be real.
And now I'm at this point now that I'm like, I'm just gonna be real. I am a huge fan of this artist. Her name is Emily Autumn, and she is like this goth punk, like metal violinist that raps about feminism in the Victorian era, which is really, I know it sounds really weird, but either you love her or you don't get it. But I am a plague rat is what they call the fans of Emily Autumn. And I'm a huge plague rat. I love her. I love her writing. And it's just whenever I listen to her albums, it puts me in a story mode. So I love her. Yeah.
It's nice.
Gonna have to check her out.
Yeah. You're either going to love it or you're going to be like, this is too creepy for me. But it's just someone I really love. Yeah.
You might be scared of that stuff, right?
Is it like I was gonna ask, what's the Victorian era? What's that?
So Victorian era, it's like like dudes with top hats and monocles and like
Like
it's
a time period of history.
like British.
Okay,
So
okay.
what she raps about, it's she even wrote a story or book called The Asylum of Wayward Victorian Girls, and it's basically like women that spoke their mind during that era, or just had any guts towards themselves whatsoever. They would often actually be sent to asylums, so like psych wards, and people would torture them essentially once they were in there. So she sings as if she's gone through that, and like she expresses herself through a story with that. And it's very like, it's very melodic type of music, but also very like creepy. But I really like her. I think she's an artist, and I'm a big fan of her, and that's never gonna change. Yeah.
That's dope. Where's she from? Is she like?
I don't know. I think she's based in New York now.
Okay.
But like, I don't know too much about that.
Cool.
I just love her music.
All right. I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah. I also like Lupe Fiasco. Maybe I know that's such a huge switch, but I listen to anything. It's just mainly country is the thing that I avoid, but anything I'll be listening to. So
Yeah, I avoid country music also.
yeah, I've tried to kind of get into it to maybe like see if I could connect with it, but I can't. Like, I don't know, the country singers just sound like they're living their best life that I can't necessarily relate to. I'm not
Makes sense.
I'm not on a farm driving my pickup truck, drinking beers and living my best life. I'm not. I work retail in a shopping mall. We're different worlds.
Yeah.
Not even Shabuzi.
Shabuzi, I actually haven't listened to Shabuzi.
That's
The bar song.
The bar song, yeah.
Oh,
It's on the radio all the time.
One shot of whiskey. Jack Daniels got a history. No?
okay. No, I've heard this song.
Yeah, you definitely heard it. You don't like that? No.
I haven't developed a taste for it yet.
No.
Yeah.
That's the nicest way of saying no.
Yeah, that's no. That's no. It is very like pop, yeah.
I mean, it's fun.
But it's not.
It's not on my playlist yet. Maybe one day it will be on my playlist. But it's
Actually,
not
when you say that, it's not even on my playlist. Like songs like that, they just get to the point where, like, I accept
you got
them.
a secret
Like, I won't
playlist.
actively
You got a
turn it
secret
off.
playlist.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to listen, I wouldn't be like, hey, play Shabuzi.
Yeah. And for me, it's also like anything that plays on the radio or that gets like super trending,
Mm-hmm.
it just gets on repeat so often that even a song I love, I can't stand it. Like, please add some variety to the radio by now, people, because it's just like, I can't. You're ruining a nice song I'd enjoy by playing it over and over and over again. I'm not crazy about that.
Yeah, oh yeah. I say that all the time because where I work, I'll put on the radio just to get through the workday. But you're gonna hear the same songs over.
Same ones.
It's almost like they just play a mixtape, and when it's done, they
Yeah.
press repeat.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I just, it's exciting when a new song comes on a radio and you're like, I've never heard this before. This is such a banger. But then next thing you know, it's over and over and over again. And then it's like, am I getting tortured? I don't know what's happening here. So yeah, no.
Yeah, I had that exact feeling with Blurred Lines. The first time I've ever heard it, it was on the radio. I was like, this is a jam.
Yeah.
And then the 20th time hearing it, I'm like, can we hear something else?
100%. I found that like one of my favorite songs actually when I was growing up was Meet Me Halfway by the Black Eyed Peas. I still love that song, but you play it now, I just skip because I feel like I'm listening to radio.
Mm-hmm.
Radio ruins good music. So
Yes.
like honestly, I'm happy where I'm at.
Totally agree.
When you think about the scene here in Nova Scotia, is there a particular artist or particular group of artists that you would like really want to work with,
Let me think.
or producer?
A producer. Well, I love I'm a big fan of Blossom Complex, if you guys know him.
I don't think I do.
Okay, well, he's actually a really good producer. I'm a big fan of. He sent me a beat recently. That I really
nice.
like. Maybe I'll show you guys after the show just so you can
Sure,
kind of
for
listen
sure.
to it. But it's he's got a cool uniqueness to it, I'd say, and he also does like Vocaloid stuff. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're familiar with Vocaloids.
I don't think I am. No.
Okay, it's like these weird anime robot things that like
okay.
if you ever heard of like Hatsune Miku, that's a Vocaloid, right? So
Okay, I
like
have
those
heard of that,
type of
yeah.
voices, he's able to edit and do all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
it's like I don't know how you work that software. It's beyond me, but like he actually makes really catchy stuff. Artists wise, there's a lot of really cool artists. Lately I've been picking up on an artist named Warlet, I think her name is. She's a new rapper that has been playing at Gus's Pub, and I've heard
okay.
some of her songs, and I thought she was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm picking up on like aquaculture lately. Like
yeah.
I've been checking him out, and that's been pretty dope.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm learning
Shout
as
out
I
to you,
go.
Lance.
Yeah, hi. Hope we meet up some point.
Oh yeah, we make that happen.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so just I feel like it's kind of a challenge for me too because I'm very introverted most of the time. I like to go where I need to go and then go home. So like meeting certain people and like going to certain shows, like I have to really like build myself up to get out and do that. So yeah, it's an interesting thing when you like have an anxiety disorder and you decide to go into music as a career. That's kind of a challenge, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Clap.
I forget what
I'm joking.
I forget.
I don't want you to hit the wrong.
I know. I can't. I don't remember which one's the clap.
Yeah, don't mess with those buttons.
Just edit it.
So what will be that routine for you to kind of get you prepared and ready to get up on stage and to do your thing in front of people, right? Especially where you're having that kind of anxiety.
good
performance
question.
kind of
That's a
stuff.
good question.
It's anxiety and burnout and just like I've had a lot of I'm not always like I'm open to this this is the first time I'm open to this in like a setting like this, but I've had like hardcore depression before and mental health has been a challenge for me. But anytime I slap the makeup on, anytime I put freaking makeup on, I know I'm gonna go outside because I hate wearing makeup. So I'm like, I've been through this. If I'm gonna paint my face to look good, I'm gonna go out and do it. So like, if I have makeup on, the outfit's good, the hair is good. Like, I'm not even gonna stay home because I feel like it's a waste. So that will push me in that direction. But I also have to take some time to kind of like be charged. I sleep a lot before I go out and do things just to kind of, if I go for a run, if I exercise, that's also going to help. So things like that will kind of push me out of my shell. But it can be challenging sometimes. But honestly, like once I'm out, I'm okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you shared that. It's in case somebody's listening who struggles with.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. Like if you have any depression, like I find that's the hardest thing to explain to people is like I've been in the point where I've had like hypersomnia. So I would sleep and sleep and sleep like I had nothing. Like even things I loved, like hobbies, like video games and stuff like that. I couldn't watch a movie. I couldn't play a video game. The things that you feel like if you're laying in bed all day, you could at least do. I couldn't do it. I'm just sleeping all day. And it's kind of a dark place to put it yourself in. And people will kind of think like, oh, this person's lazy, but really it's something's up with your mind, right? So having someone mention that and resonate with you about that. If someone else there has that issue, I understand. And you can still do the things you want to do. Just take it one step at a time because it is hard. Yeah.
No, that's definitely a good message.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to it's hard to feel understood when you have it, for sure. But like, you can still live your life. You just need to kind of find what works for you, honestly. Yeah. Not to be down in dumps or anything. I'm living my best life right now. It's just like, this is something I've had to face anyway.
No, it's the reality of the situation, right? And that's something that our listeners, somebody who might be struggling, going through a similar thing, but thinks that they might be alone in it. No, you're not alone in it. Lots of people are going through similar struggles and are finding ways to cope and to deal with it, right? And to process things.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
And honestly, like, I always say, well, actually, it was like, I did therapy at some point, and a therapist told me this, and I always mimic what she's saying when she says it. But if you can identify your problem, and if you seek help for it, you're already 10 steps ahead from the assholes walking around everywhere that do not realize they need help and that treat others badly. So, get help and do it, and you'll be fine. That's all good.
Real.
Yeah.
That's great advice.
Yeah. It's just, do what you gotta do, honestly.
And us three met at an event a few weeks back. And what I noticed about that was that you had family support coming out to support you in your music. So how important is that support to you along your musical journey? Oh,
it's incredible, because I mean, like, not everyone's lucky enough to have their parents be like, you want a music career? I'm so proud of you. Like, most parents are very much like, you gotta be a doctor, you gotta be this, you gotta do something that makes money. So, being able to tell my parents, like, hey, I'm doing a rap show is kind of like horrifying, but they've been nothing but supportive. And like, I don't know, my dad, like, he'll be listening to his Discover Weekly, and sometimes a song I made pops up. And I don't know if you guys experience this, but as an artist, sometimes you send people songs and they say, oh, nice, but like, they didn't listen to it. And then like weeks later, they're like, hey, this song just started playing on my playlist. It's so good. And you're like, I sent you.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with my dad. But then I always hear later, like, this is a great song. And I'm like, oh, thank you. This is wonderful. And my mom, like, she makes a big, like, she does not want to miss a show.
Yeah.
And she'll give me notes at the end of the show, like, oh, the lighting here is good, but the sound wasn't so good. We got to work on this. And like, she's very, like, she's
That's
a bit of
awesome.
a director in her head. So like, she's always giving me good feedback. So I can always hear like, this show, you're getting better. Your voice is getting better. This is happening. So she kind of tracks my progress.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. And that's like a crazy amount of support. So I consider myself extremely lucky to have my parents on my side with this.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. I would say a lot of my success honestly comes from that. Like, just having supportive parents is a big plus. Yeah.
So what was that moment for you when you decided that you went from, this is not necessarily a hobby, but something that I do for my artistic expression, to, I want to do this full time as a career? I know that life happens and sometimes we still have to pivot to other opportunities, but when was that moment for you to be like, I'm going to pursue this as a career?
When I got the paychecks.
Awesome.
Real.
Talk about them.
That's real. That's so real.
Talk about them.
That is so real.
When you realize that you can, it kind of changes things.
Awesome.
Like, for me, it's like certain showcases, and I mean, keep in mind, like, if you're gonna follow the artistic process, if you're going to decide to do any art as a career, those paychecks are still very, very thin to come. Like, every now and then I'll get a paycheck from a show and I'm like, yes. But a lot of that has gone back into my art. But man, it is nice. Like, when I see a paycheck for a show and I realize I made like the same amount or more than I would have made like an 8-hour shift at my work.
Preach.
Right. And then I'm like, oh, I mean, I don't get these paychecks every day, and I don't get them. Maybe I'll get them every like 5 months or so, like, but when I see it in front of me, I'm like, someone sees the value in what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing it, and hopefully I'll get more and more paychecks to the point that I can continuously keep putting out music and being like, feeling safe about it. right? Yeah.
How important is it for you to be authentically you within your music?
I don't think anything is more important. Yeah. Like I use music specifically. Like the whole reason I started was just to express myself. Cause I'm a very, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm a very personal person with my feelings. So like if let's say Laton pisses me off for some reason. You're a sweetheart.
Wow.
You're a sweetheart. you're a sweetheart. This is just an example. Just an example. But let's say
You see how big his smile got when he said it? like he was like,
oh my god. Okay.
oh, go ahead. I'm just joking.
Let's say
I can be the bad guy.
okay. Let's pretend you're the bad guy for one
Yeah.
day. I'm not gonna talk to you about it. I'm gonna bottle that shit in, and I'm gonna go into my room, close the door, nice and quiet, and I'm gonna start yelling in the mic and rapping.
You gotta record a diss track.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is where my best songs come from. That's where the best
that you don't
tracks.
have.
I feel that.
You know, like for me, it's my own self therapy because I'm known to be a little too nice and I let people walk over me a lot. But you know, that's my fuel. Like, you know, you would never piss me off, by the way. You're
I
a
know. I
sweetheart.
feel that though. I feel exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Do you ever notice, like, for me, I got a close friend of mine. He actually goes as Dildo Swaggins, which is a hilarious name.
That is a hilarious name.
Yeah, Dildo Swaggins. He's been doing a lot of rap stuff lately.
I heard that.
He's produced a couple of songs for me, and he's
Okay.
a good friend of mine.
What's his real name?
Dylan
Dylan.
Stone, which is actually a really
I know
cool
Dylan.
name. Yeah, Dylan. Oh, you probably do because
Yeah,
we
used to
have a
work together.
mutual.
Yeah.
So Dylan, recently he went through a breakup, and he's the same as me. Like at the moment he got through that breakup, he is just constantly putting out music, doing like a whole album, going to every venue, meeting everyone he's got to meet, making all the moves. He's in a limo doing a music video. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. You know, there's something about breakups and artists. Like they just, it's the biggest fuel.
I feel that.
Yeah. Like,
I feel,
You know what?
you go harder, man. You go harder.
After hearing that, like, because I listen to all your songs, and I was like, some of them I was like, sound like she's talking about somebody. She's shooting shots, and try to stop me.
Oh man.
I was listening to some. I was like, is she battling someone?
yeah. Now you know.
Makes sense.
It all comes together.
I was listening to like someone's getting it. Like someone's.
Well, that's what I mean because people like I'm zipping it in person. I let people walk all over me, but you know, the moment I'm in the studio, something else happens. I don't know.
And now it makes me think, if I thought about it that way, imagine a person that hears it. It's about them. They really feeling it. I like that.
You know, it's kind of funny because I do know for a fact, like people have told me Taylor Swift does that a lot, right? Like
Yeah,
any
I heard about
breakups and stuff like that she'll make a song about it and it just blows up. So there was, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the song Love Potion at all. That's kind of like my most popular song. There was a guy I was dating at the time and he was very like not supportive about me doing music, like very much. Like he was telling me all the time, like every day, like, oh, you're not Taylor Swift, you're not gonna make it, you're like you don't have what it takes and all this, right? Anyway, he wasn't the nicest boyfriend anyway, so it didn't really work out. But one day I was so pissed off I started writing Love Potion while I was walking to work, and then I released it like not too long after, and my dad was like, oh, you have a new song? And I'm like, yeah, Dad. And we're driving and I suddenly go, okay, so let me put the song on. He listens to it and he starts smacking his leg laughing, going, you pulled a Taylor Swift. And I just think that's such a cute little thing that went full circle there because this guy told me I couldn't be like Taylor Swift and meanwhile I'm doing her thing right now.
Nice.
Yeah, and that song has given me so much success in where I'm at, so thank you, exes. That's great. Thank you so much.
Oh my god. The shout out is
appreciate you.
the shout out
I
is
swear.
wow.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't be anywhere if it weren't for you, so thank you.
Nice.
Damn.
That was one of my favorite songs too.
It's a
That
nice song.
and the licensing,
That's a new
voodoo
one.
one.
Yeah.
The I might be pronouncing it wrong. Laos of the Lost Kingdom.
Lois of the Lost
See?
Kingdom. That's a Haitian word, loi.
Okay.
It's very cool, actually, what a loi is. And I
What is
used
a
to
loi?
say loa, but it's actually loi.
What is it?
So in Haitian voodoo, there's this thing that they do with loas, which are the spirits. And essentially, you can summon the spirits to mount you, which is like possess you. And then the spirits will give people advice. So for an example,
Are you okay?
Why
don't
y'all
be
always-
scared.
Okay.
Why y'all always look at me with something scary?
Don't be scared because there's a bad rep with voodoo. Everyone thinks the evil voodoo doll and black magic and all this stuff. That's not it. It's just a religion. It's literally just a religion that's like actually full of good. Right? So anyway, it sounds a little creepy, but it's actually really cool. And in Laws of I don't know if you guys have seen, like, there's a bottle that you can get at the liquor store and it has Baron Samedi on it. It's like he's a loi. And basically how you can tell he's in the room or someone got possessed by him is you'll see someone that's never smoked in their life smoking like 3 cigarettes and drinking rum. And then people go to him and get advice and stuff like that. Anyway, it has a little bit of it has to do with the Haitian Revolution, how they got advice to kind of revolt against the slave owners, which I love. So yeah, no, I'm Haitian, so that kind of touches
You're
me.
Haitian?
I am Haitian. I don't look it, but yeah.
You're half Haitian?
I'm half Haitian and I'm half French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm very pale because I don't go outside. I'm honest. If I show you a picture of me like in the Caribbean and me right now, 2 different people. I'm serious. Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, that's me just touching parts of my culture that.
Oh, I like it. I love learning new stuff about
So you
anything.
You speak French and Creole. You speak Creole
I
too?
don't know Creole.
Okay.
I wish I knew Creole. I know like a little bit, but not enough to speak it. I'm hoping if I ever end up in Montreal again, like I can learn it from my dad's side of family.
Okay.
But I haven't had a chance to learn Creole yet. But I have had a chance to eat really good Haitian food, so I'm very blessed with that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Then. I didn't know. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No.
People look at me and they hear my voice and they're kind of like, she's white. It's not. That's not the case. No.
Oh no, I knew you had some color. I seen your dad. And I just didn't introduce myself to him.
Your dad is Haitian. Your dad is full Haitian.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
That's cool.
Yeah. He flies helicopters.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. My dad's a cool dude. And
Wow.
he would love like a lot of stuff you got going on over there. He's a big gamer, and
Oh,
that's where I get it from.
cool. That's, you know what? I was thinking, I wanted to ask you about games because I know that you're a gamer, and I was looking for a segue, and look at that.
Oh, there you go. Amazing.
So what games are you, as you can see, I'm a gamer. You see the PlayStation 5, the Xbox,
I'm familiar.
and the Switch over there.
Yes.
What are you into game-wise?
So I grew up playing on my Xbox 360
Okay.
and on my PS2 and on my PC. But I've completely moved to the PC.
Oh.
I have my Switch, but I love my PC games because I can mod them.
That is dope.
And I just like having no restrictions with my mods and destroying my computer in the process. So I very much enjoy PC gaming, and RPGs are probably my favorite types of games.
Baldur's Gate 3?
Baldur's Gate 3 is great.
Yeah.
I'm an Astarion fangirl, of course.
Yeah, they won't know what we're talking
That's
about.
fine. That's fine.
It is.
Yeah.
He's
Your leg.
What?
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3, yes. Well, I mean,
What
like,
is that?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
third Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Although it's like a whole new world if you played the other two.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually playing that with Logan. We started a campaign, me, him, and Philip. Starting all over.
Okay.
I finished the game like 4 times.
Yeah. I understand. There's so many different ways to play it.
Yeah, and then you can play as the origin characters, right?
What's your main character? Like, what class is it?
See, my first one is
Class
these
and
guys are
race.
going to laugh at us, but We'll ignore them.
Yo, I'm just listening, man.
The first time I went through as a ranger.
Oh,
I-
and what was your race?
What's that?
Okay, it's not what you think.
What was the race? I want to hear this answer too, man.
Truthfully, I like my first time. It was my first character. I always make someone looks like me, so it had to be human. Or no, actually, half elf.
Half elf.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, Latan is cracking up over
I
here.
am just straight up my neck right now.
They're going to kill me next episode over this. But what about you?
Tiefling druid.
Druid is nice.
I love druids in any video games, to be honest. I play a lot of World of Warcraft. That was the game I grew up on. So I played a druid and a death knight and a hunter.
Oh,
Yeah, those were my.
I played the competition. I was playing DDO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
I tried World of Warcraft, but I was like, it's
The
like,
subscription kind of turns people off, I think.
and it's like growing up, like when I was a kid playing D&D, and so I was more into that lore.
Yeah.
And you see how it like just World of Warcraft kind of seemed like it was like,
Whole other world.
yeah,
Whole other world. Yeah. Understandable.
you know, I like my ogres to look a certain way, like you know how they did in the book and stuff. Like I just like it all like that.
Yeah.
So that's why that's like even when we used to play Skyrim, my son, and they called them dragons, but I was like, no, they're wyverns because dragons have 4 legs with wings, well, wyverns have 2 legs and you know the other arms are their wing. Anyways, getting too geeky for these guys.
Listen,
Go ahead, man. Like I'm
Let me
not,
tell you.
I'm not, like you got the answers. I don't got the answers. I got the answers.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I have a very vivid moment of, because I don't think I'd be this way if it wasn't for my dad. So like I grew up playing video games with him.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, there was nothing to do. It was cool having a gamer dad
Yeah.
because that meant, oh, it's midnight on a school night and Skyrim's about to drop. And we got 2 special editions waiting for us at EB Games. So we'd be in line, we'd get it. And then the next morning he'd go, Maya, I'm feeling a little under the weather today. How about you? And that meant you don't have to go to school. Let's play Skyrim all day. So he would call it sick, and I would call it sick. And it was a great time. Anytime,
awesome.
Any expansion for World of Warcraft, any new game, I had a day off. Everybody in my class was jealous of me. Yeah.
That's funny. When I was at school, me and my friend, do you know Jarrett?
I don't know.
Okay. We used to, I'm old enough. My mom can't get me in trouble no more. We used to skip school.
That's funny that you're still worried
Yeah,
about
I know.
that.
He was thinking about it so hard. He's like, wait a second. If she watched this episode,
I know. I remember one time we skipped school for Zelda, and we was playing in
which one?
it was a Super Nintendo one.
I remember Ocarina of Time. I don't remember those other ones.
Yeah, because that was later. It was funny because I was too honest.
Yeah.
My the principal called home. I was home and I deleted the message, right? But my mom came home early and she asked what happened. And Jared started to lie for me and I just told her the truth. We skipped school to play video games. I know.
What was the point of her listen to this episode? Like you already told her what you did. You scared to say it twice. Say, oh,
Yeah.
I remember that. You didn't get asked for that one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was scared because I know Mom was probably going to hear this because she was at the Emergent Lens and she likes your performance, right? So she'll probably check out this episode because you're on it.
Hi. So happy to see you.
Yeah.
I didn't know your mom was watches. Damn.
No, she'll watch this one for her. Tyrone's mom watches them all though,
Really?
or at least she likes them all.
Mom.
You didn't even mention Tyrone was in here, man. Jeez.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, that's
I got
crazy.
your back, Tyrone. Don't worry about him.
Because
Don't
you
worry
weren't
about
here
him.
last episode, and I made a point right at the beginning to say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan's out due to. Sorry, King Tigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
King Tigger is you. They know by now he ain't here. We're 40 minutes in. Yeah, he's in Yarmouth.
Yeah.
He's somewhere, not close.
Yeah, I think he's here already.
And he did ask me to ask Ray to bring his laptop because he might Skype in. I forgot. My bad.
That's kind of late on the notice, brother.
Hey, I'm taking responsibility. You didn't forget it. I forgot to ask you. Because he's like, yeah, because we went to a comedy festival on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
It was hilarious. I love watching comedy. And that's when he's like, yeah, I won't be there, but yeah, tell Ryan to bring his laptop. I can just Skype. I was like, oh, yeah, we can do that. Sorry. Next time.
Yeah. Crazy.
One thing I was wondering about with like all the video game and stuff that you do you ever like do like any live streaming? Are you playing or anything like that? Have you gotten in that
asks
market?
me that, and you know what? I used to do it, but I find it a little. It's a little discouraging because when I did it, it was even before I did music. I was no public figure or nothing, so it's discouraging when you're talking to yourself lonely on the stream. And I stopped. But if people would actually want to watch me play video games and come hang out, I'll do it. But I need to know people will come.
Watch it.
I don't want to be lonely because if I do it, I'm going to doll myself up. Don't make me put this makeup on for nothing. Okay? That's where I'm at.
Word up.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, no, I got a couple buddies who started looking into doing that, and I think what Nick A30 or something like that. He's from down here, isn't he?
I don't
One
know.
of them big YouTube streamers.
I'm not familiar with the streamers. My son, I know he was streaming League of Legends, and he was getting a bunch of views and stuff.
Yeah.
I tried. I streamed one, not like putting the camera on me streaming, just streaming my, with Xbox, you can just broadcast. And I was like, let me see this. And then one person joined, and I never clicked to see who that one person was. And I was like, who's watching me get my ass whooped? Because I was not having a good day.
It was your mom.
No, she ain't got Xbox.
She's like,
No, my mom would have called and be like, why you letting them do that to you like that?
I remember this one time when I used to stream video games. My mom actually, I used to post it on my Mayaya page, and my mom clicked the link to my Twitch. And I remember she started spamming me in my messages being like, Maya, I'm not sure if you know this, but everyone can see the chat. Everyone can read your personal message. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not typing. That's just people. And she's like, this makes no sense. And then she left. This is so cute. Yeah.
oh man.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm sure people were saying shenanigans in the chat as they do. So I'm sure she was like, Maya. So yeah.
Is that how you? Because you said earlier before, like off the pod, that you kind of had editing experience and you love to do editing. And so is that kind of how you got your first start with doing editing, or is
it was just
other ways?
me playing around. Like I used to take like video footage of my favorite animes or my favorite cartoons as a kid, and I just like edit them up into like a cool music video when I was like 12. And I used to do that, or I used to make like little skits. And I also went to like AMCA, which is Applied Media and Communication Arts at NSCC.
Okay.
And I got to edit like short films and stuff for my projects. So I really love doing that. Editing is really fun. Even then, like I still have gigs sometimes where I edits for people.
Yeah.
So that's why I like doing that.
Do you ever get on the other end of it, like doing the filming yourself? And
Yeah.
Then, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk a little bit about that process.
So like I just like, I'm not good at like telling you, like I can't tell you what angle I'm doing. I just kind of wing it. But yeah, like for an example, if you look at like one of my music videos was for Virus Leviathan, and when I filmed that was actually my friend Dwight on the camera, but I kept like peeking behind the camera and being like, fix this angle, let's do this. And then I edited that music video. So everything there is just like, I just love editing, and especially if it's going to be myself, because I can be very self-conscious. I want to know I'm happy with the angles of myself. So yeah, no, I just love video editing and filming and all that stuff. I used to write scripts too.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and comics. I
I did that too.
I was an only child, lonely child. Like I had my cats and I stayed home, so I taught myself a lot of different hobbies. So comics, art, writing, all that stuff. It was like my own escape in my mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Do you feel
There
like
you go.
might start doing some more films yourself? Like, is that something you want to dive into here in the future?
Well, I've been doing acting. Like it's kind of embarrassing. I can tell people like, "Oh, I'm an actor, writer, singer, rapper, this, that, this," but I love acting. So, I've been doing a couple commercials lately.
Oh, I just had an audition for a commercial on the weekend.
Did you really? What was the commercial for?
Some kind of gambling thing. I don't think I got it.
Oh.
But
I don't know why that sounded so funny.
I just like he makes me
Some
laugh
type
so.
of gambling thing. I
He's
don't
so
think I
chill.
don't
He makes
think
me
I
laugh
won.
so much, man. Like it's so easy to laugh, man.
well, it's because like my weekend was so booked because my aunt was down from Virginia and my brother was down from Toronto, right? And I was supposed to get this done on Sunday, and it was so like I was getting ready to go see them, and I'm here like, oh shoot, I still got to do that. So I knew I half-assed it, and I was like, even after I recorded it, I was like,
Sometimes you can half-ass it and you'll be surprised though, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, maybe I'll hear back. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
yeah.
I've done a commercial for Atlantic Lotto at some point. I don't know if it was like for that, but
It was for it's a gambling app. Man, I can't, see, there was so much things to read, and like I said, I had a rushed weekend, so I didn't read. I looked at them how much money it was.
what's so
I
funny?
don't know. I don't know. It's just, I can see so you recorded them. You recorded something and sent it to them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a wild process, bro.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
And you have to do self-tape auditions.
I hate self-taping.
That's what I had to do.
Weird.
I actually
That is
miss
weird.
going in and doing it.
Yeah.
However, I will say with my editing chops, now that you self-tape, you can get your best parts of
Yeah,
every
it's true.
performance. So like I kind of sneak that in, but I'm kind of looking for an agent right now because I actually realized I love doing commercials and I like to take photos and do modeling and stuff because I don't know. Like I've met a lot of photographers this year because a very close friend of mine is a model and he kind of introduced me to all that stuff. And pretty much like I found out I can pose pretty good if I pretend I'm a drawing that I used to draw.
Oh,
Like I connected those dots. Like how would I draw like, I don't know, a character in a comic posing for like a cover. And then I'm like, okay, let me try this. And people like it.
that's smart.
Yeah. So like kind of connecting, like you, before I was stiff and like really embarrassed, but now I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. Seeing how creative you can get, but I'm looking for an agent to kind of start doing more of that and doing more acting because I actually quite like it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't even know where to start looking.
I think there's a couple agencies in
Yeah, like
Halifax.
Sky Talent Group.
Yeah.
and,
I used to actually be with one, but they retired like the moment I joined them.
like, oh, okay.
So that was kind of like, But yeah, there's that. And there's also like a bunch of websites like Hennessy Casting, Casting Workbook, all that stuff that I've heard is pretty good for finding gigs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right
she
now I'm
cast-
self-represented and it's just like, if you're fun on set, people call you again and they're like, hey, you know, we miss your silly energy. Come back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So agents out there, you have talent waiting.
yeah. Hey, when we do the 48-hour film festival this year,
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
have to do
absolutely.
some. We did a film last year.
Yeah.
I was the main actor in that. Oh, you acted in it too.
Thanks.
That was funny. That was good. Yeah, it was.
Can't act. Hey, go ahead.
You weren't bad.
Okay, let's continue.
I'll send it to you and let you judge.
Yes. I'll judge. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. We'll be doing another one this year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. More projects on the way. Yeah, and I got some other projects on the go too as well. So just up and up. You know what I mean?
Are you still sorry to cut? Sorry. Are you still doing drops?
Drops as in,
I'm just joking. You probably ain't doing drops.
what's a
no more.
drop?
A DJ drop. You still doing DJ drops?
Oh, do you need a DJ drop?
No. I'm just
I'll do
poking,
another one.
I'm just poking a
DJ
bit.
Laton.
I'm just poking a bit.
Well, I used to send you before I
Yeah, I still
even
use.
met you.
I still use them.
This makes me so happy.
I still use them.
I worked so hard in my mom's basement being like, DJ Tom. Like, yeah.
A lot of people don't even know that's you.
That's amazing.
People don't even know. They say, where'd you get it? Like, I never tell them.
Who's
Now the world knows. The world knows.
who's
We didn't know until you-
voice?
Yeah, you didn't know either. Like, nobody know. Like, no one,
Until I told him that you were coming, and he's like, "Yeah, she did the drop for me."
yeah, no one knows. It's like,
I'll do drops again.
I'm just joking. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
trying
Well, if you know anyone that
expose-
needs drops,
to
I
send
need the pocket money. So
Yeah. It is money.
being an
in
artist is hard.
There is money in it for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So with your music, like, yeah, and I assume you do a lot of your own writing, right? Or all your own writing?
All my own writing.
That's good. That's good.
I
That's
can't
good.
do like it's very rare if someone else writes something for me, and when they do, I'm like, but I can't. I struggle to remember other people's lyrics. I have to do it myself for some reason.
Have you ever thought about the idea of writing for other people?
Yes, I have considered it many a time. Actually, I've just never really gotten that segue into it quite yet. Like I'm trying to find. If someone tells me, "Hey, I want you to go to a songwriting camp and write a song for so and so, all expenses paid, you got free food and all that stuff," I'm going.
Nice.
But I need that in first. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There has to be free food.
It's all about the free food.
It is all about free food.
That's why I do food review videos. They give me free food.
Oh, that's actually
you gave
awesome.
up the
I was
secret,
looking
eh?
at those.
Yeah. Don't want anyone else
I was
do it.
wondering about your budget, guys.
Able to afford anything. This is like,
Yeah,
it's a
sometimes
couple-
sometimes they. One place I went to, they're like, "Well, what do you want?" I was like, "Well, I just going to do a little review on it." They gave me like one of almost everything that I was eating for the week.
Hey, I
Oh,
respect your content, brother.
that's nice.
Yeah. I might have given them a better review than I would have if they didn't.
Wow.
But they knew how to,
You know how to brother your butt? Guys?
Yeah.
How to brother your brother? Or, something's wrong. completely wrong.
I just roll with it because
I know you're wrong. He got me right away. I started to think about it.
Be careful, man. His mom's watching this guy. Say that.
I can't wait till Tyrone sees it.
oh yeah, he'll be laughing.
Anyway, all the tomfoolery. What you got on the go next? Like, what's up and coming for you?
So, I mean, I have so many songs that are unrecorded that just need to get out there. So that's a thing. I'm probably going to be releasing some more songs anyway. But I am currently working on a French EP. All the songs are done. I just need to go record it and find some people to do some live loops in the studio. So I'm very excited about that. But French EP with the label Tide School, and I'm very, very pumped. Yeah.
Nice. When are we expecting that project to drop?
Probably around the fall, so September or October. Depends how smoothly this goes, but I think it's gonna be then. Yeah.
And with the tracks that are done right now, is there any that like stand out to you that are like this is the one I'm gonna lead with?
There's one called La Sirène, which means the siren, so like the mermaid in a sense. And I really like that one. And if my dreams came true, it would be used in a video game somewhere. It's very. I'll show you guys after. It's very game like. But I would hope something would go for that one. More mainstream, I think there's a song called Nos Mémoires, so Our Memories, that I hope would also go very well. But I'm putting all my bucks on La Sirène at the moment.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very dreamy.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
French. That's
It's hard. Like it's a whole different so I mean it's I don't know if how familiar you guys are with like French people and how we operate, but it's very it's like a competitive sport. So, you go to any other country and you learn any other language, you can butcher a phrase and they're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, that was so well done. Thank you for trying." But if you go to like I can see my family that I've known my whole life and I can go up to them and be like, "Hey guys, I won an Oscar, I won a Grammy," and they'll be like, "You said that wrong." And then they'll forget everything that I said. So it's very competitive. And often if you go to French people are the nicest people you're ever going to meet, but they come across very standoffish because they don't want to speak English and they don't want to have to correct your grammar. Then there's the Acadian French. So my label is made of Acadians who kind of have their own slang, which breaks the rules of French grammar quite often. So when I was writing my EP, me and my mother were actually head to head because I would write some stuff and she'd be like, actually, you can't say that in the French language, so this rhyme isn't going to work. And I'm like, well, Mom, this rhyme is the only rhyme I can do because it's very hard to rhyme with the French language. Yeah. The rules of grammar will hold you back as much as possible. Knowing Acadians and knowing that I'm working with Acadians, they don't care how I speak it. But knowing Quebec French and France French, that could be something people will be like, oh my gosh, she's butchering the language. But I just want to express myself. Mm-hmm. It's a very interesting challenge to write in French is all I'm going to say. Yeah. So it was actually kind of a long process to write those songs compared to writing in English. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. But that's cool, though. Mm-hmm. Expressing your English side, French side.
I love it. And French was my first language. I've kind of gone further from it because I'm in an English community. But being able to write in French is very liberating for me. So I like doing it, but I have to make sure that my grammar... At least my mom's a French teacher, so that's even more of a pressure. Like if she can correct my grammar and be happy with it, I'm happy. But it's a bit of a challenge at times.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So are you like hoping to use this album to like get you in different spots?
Yeah.
Other than
I would like to be able, because all my family is in Montreal. That's where I was born.
I love Montreal.
Montreal's a great city.
I love Montreal. I was just saying that last night.
It's amazing. I love Montreal, and the food there, like you'll find food from any culture. It's just really fun to go there. I would like to be able to perform in Montreal when I'm visiting my family, so I can hang out with them and they can come to my shows as well. So that would be awesome. And just there's a lot of opportunity as a French singer, songwriter, rapper as well. So that's kind of something I want to dive into with my label and see where that goes. But yeah, it depends, right? Because I feel like some people, when I'm working on English songs, they're like, oh, I want you to dive more into your French side. And then sometimes it's just like, I don't know, I'm a very diverse person just by genetics. Yeah. So people want to see the sides of everything. So I kind of like to be able to express myself French, Haitian, English, whatever, right? It's just, I want to be me. Every way I can be.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You have any like French artists you look at?
Yeah. So there's this one artist, her name is Vendredi sur Mer, and she has a song that's very famous. It's called Écoute Chérie. It's very beautiful. It's a really nice song. I love her. I definitely look up to her a lot. And there's also other artists like Stromae or Stromae is really good. And those are big artists I really look up to.
Yeah. So
I would love to be able to like even just to meet them or cross paths with them one day would be incredible. But you never know. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm not didn't hear all your music. So do you have songs where you go English and French?
Yes, I have. I have a couple of songs where I do that. The licensing, actually, I say a couple words in French.
Okay.
So that's just like one quick line in French. But there is a song called L'étrange, and L'étrange is both French and English.
Say my name a little bit.
It sounds like Latan, right? DJ L'étrange.
I was like, I got a song, man.
Yeah, L'étrange it's probably one of my favorite songs I made, but that one is both French and English. So I kind of just switch from different language to language based on the line, which is cool.
Sorry, what is L'étrange?
The strange.
Damn.
See that? That's what happens when you don't. I don't speak French. When I seen it I don't know why. I thought it was like French for entourage.
Nope, it's about the strange.
Okay.
Strange.
Because that was a standout song. I liked it, but I don't speak French.
It's very poetic. It's like almost a poem the way the lyrics go. Yeah, it's very you're in the strange. I'm held in your arms. Blah blah blah. Stars and butterflies. That's literally a lyric, but yeah, it's the way it translates is actually very poetic. Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta listen to that one.
I like that one a lot.
Tonge.
The only thing is I recorded that on a podcast mic in my mom's basement at the time.
Okay.
So the quality is, and also I was shy that I was singing all together. I didn't want anyone in the house to know I was doing this. Like, it was my secret. So when I was singing, I was like close to the podcast mic and I was like, tu es dans les temps. Like I didn't want anyone to hear me.
Gotcha.
So you can tell in the recording, like it's the sound quality isn't where it is, which is why my label actually wants me to redo the song, which I would be very happy to do. We may see if that happens.
Dope.
Yes.
Speaking of redoing this song, is there any French songs maybe that you would have heard growing up that you want to redo yourself?
Yeah, actually, there are. There is a song by this very famous French artist named Charles Aznavour, and he has a song called La Bohème, which is about like bohemians in Paris, like, you know, artists that are starving and are making art. I'm a big fan of that song, and I would love to actually, if I was able to, I'd love to clip some parts of that song and like rap over it.
Okay,
For
nice.
sure. That would make a great rap beat now I think about it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty
Go
good.
back on that producer hat. And
I
get in
may
the
put it
lab.
on. I may do something. I don't know. Yeah.
You have any upcoming collaborations with any other artists?
I do. I've been working with Breezy Borden actually. So I'm trying to get on a collab. The thing with me is I take forever with collabs. Like, people should hate me by now, but they don't, and I don't know why. They still like me, but that's been taking a while. I've also been wanting to work with NDM. So he has a beat that he sent me, and I'm also taking forever to answer that one. And yeah. No, I'm still working, but I have to be in the zone. Yeah. So I wait for the zone to catch up to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
She needs another X, and then like
Once I'm in the zone, I'm good, and like I can make something very quickly. But if I'm in my day-to-day life and I'm like, I go between my mom's, my dad's, my partner, my work, and my, like, I'm always moving. So like I'm never just at home settled and then recording. So that can be a little hard to go around.
time. It's hard for sure.
Definitely make it hard to be consistent with the music.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But I pushed myself, and I don't know. I feel like when I work retail, often what happens is that I get a gig and then I have to be like, hey, sorry, boss. Can I switch my shift? And I think that kind of results in me getting less shifts. And as I get less shifts, I have more time, but less money.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah.
It's the real.
It's the real.
Yeah. It's a balancing act out there.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I wouldn't change a thing because it makes me happy.
And that's what's important.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Doing the thing that makes you happy.
And that's what La Bohème
your
is all
soul.
about. That's what that song's about.
Cool.
Any upcoming gigs? Playing
Actually,
anywhere?
I have a show at the Roxbury on Sunday. I'm very excited about this.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll be helping opening. I have tickets. If anyone is interested in some tickets, I am selling them. I have 10 more left. Reach out to me. That would be wonderful.
All right. And who's all on the bill with you?
So I need to get the bill because I am slow. Let me casually grab my phone because I'm really
Dynamic duo.
dynamic duo for sure. And I'm bad at this stuff, guys. My apologies. I'm very slow. Dynamic duo Jake Mercer, Polar Bear, Mini Grimace, special guest DJ Dietz, DTs, Codine the Illest, Dupont, and yeah, that's a pretty good lineup actually.
Yeah.
With Sound City Media.
No. Shout out to the show and shout out to everybody performing. Hopefully y'all are able to go out and check out the show.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
I'll be there.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. You're coming too?
Yeah. Like I said, I gotta get back from.
Oh, yeah.
that thing
You're going to be
where
away, but you'll
I'll
get
be
back
out
in
of
time
work
for that.
all weekend.
Yeah. King Tigger will be there. And to be determined.
Where you playing at this
I'm
weekend?
not playing. I was gonna be like, I was going to the R&B. The R&B is like right downstairs from the show. It's in the dome, so
There you go.
I can come upstairs with you guys upstairs a little bit.
Pop by and
Yeah. You got a ticket.
Yeah, I got a ticket. Yeah. See, I got peer pressure this now. Like,
no
where you gonna be at?
Yeah. Everybody else is going. All right. Before we close out, anything else you want to announce or any other questions? Anything else you'd like to plug? Throw out there?
I don't know. I just love my fans and I love my friends and I love everyone who's supported me. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me because I wouldn't be doing this without you. Mwah. And thank you guys for having me on the show.
Oh, thanks for coming
is
through.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I never get to talk about what I'm doing and connect with other people like this. So it's a really awesome experience.
Cool. Yeah. And never shy away from reaching out if there's anything that you want to come talk about.
Of course.
Yeah, you can come down.
You guys are a fun crew. I had a lot of fun today. It's pretty awesome.
Thanks. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we were real laid back. We try to call it interview, but it's more like a sit down, a chat, and a chill, right?
Which is really nice.
Yeah, that's how we like to be.
Best way to keep it just like a conversation, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I had a brain fart. I forget how to close the show. It's just I'm used to Tyrone being right there, and every time I look over, it's you. It's throwing off my whole.
I'm usually in this seat over
I
here.
see.
I know.
see.
Hey, mom.
All right. Yeah, that's it for this episode. I'm John Kizzy. You know who is he, aka Philly G, because they know who I be, and I'm here with DJ Laton,
I'm back.
Ray,
Take care of yourself, people.
and our extra special guest, Mayaya,
Thank you.
and we're out. Peace.
Bye.